The residential block behind me, which has been named West India House, was originally opened in 1946. It stands on the site of the old Strangers' Home for Asiatics, Africans and South Sea Islanders, that being the title given to some fairly lavish accommodation which was opened for the use of mariners and seafarers from South Asia, from Africa of course, and from East Asia as well. The Strangers' Home for Asiatics, Africans and South Sea Islanders was opened on the 3rd of June 1857, specifically to look after the very high numbers of non-white seamen, particularly from South Asia, from Africa and from East Asia, who found themselves homeless here in the shadow of the West India docks, and also from other riverside communities of colour. They would often find themselves without any shelter, without any food or means of support. So the very lavish spaces were opened to them in June of 1857 for their use. It quickly led to increased settlement by non-white populations along and off the West India Dock Road, particularly coming down Commercial Road, in Limehouse itself, and in Poplar, way on down into Canning Town as well. An interesting article from the Daily News of May 1872 gives an idea of the impact that these new settlers were having on the area. The article is entitled "Darkies from the Deep," and it starts as follows. "There is no place in London for ethnological study like the West India Dock Road. A group of Lascars, South Asians, Bengalis particularly, with their bushy locks and swarthy skins, contrast strangely with a solitary Chinaman who leans thoughtfully against the wall, his pigtail over his shoulder. A Malay with yellow eyes, long straight hair and strong jaw is conversing pantomimically with a tall, straight, hawk-eyed New Zealander whose cheeks and forehead are fantastically tattooed. There are full-blooded Negroes from Gambia and half-caste Portuguese from Goa and listen Sinhalese." He lists these various backgrounds, but he goes on as follows. "These dusky foreigners are lounging in front of their home, a large brick edifice with the inscription Strangers' Home for Asiatics, Africans and South Sea Islanders." And he goes on to elaborate on the reasons for this edifice as he describes it. And it was, of course, specifically to accommodate that huge overflow of homeless Black and Asian seamen who are already settling here and who continue to settle not just here, but to spread into Poplar and Canning Town and be a fact of everyday London life for decades to come.